Now, I adore Doctor Who massively. It's my favourite show, always has been, always will be. But I am very, very nervous for this finale for a number of reasons. Hello guys, welcome back to New Who HQ. Today I'm going to explain reasons why I'm nervous for this finale. And yes, I am going to be a bit more negative than usual. I'm not going to start hating on the show, but I'm going to be honest about how I feel going into this. And why I am more nervous and I'm not excited to go into the episode. First, I think it's just a frame of mind. If I put myself in the frame of mind of it's going to be rubbish, it's going to be really underwhelming, then hopefully it will prove me wrong and then I'll be really, really happy because I wasn't expecting it. But last year I went to the cinema, so I spent about £15 on tickets, and you know my thoughts on the finale from last year. If you've not, my review, and I've spoken about it since. I really disliked last year's finale for a multitude of reasons. From plots not being tied up properly, characters being left undone, mysteries coming to nothing and honestly being ridiculous. And I'm worried about that this year. Now, Russell T Davies does his finales pretty much the same way all the time, by destroying the Earth and then reversing it. We saw that in Themaster in Series 3, so Utopia, Sam the Giant was Last of the Time Lords, where the Master removes a fifth of the population or something like that. It's all reversed and everybody forgets about it and it's sorted. And I feel like back then it was a bit more acceptable because it was only his third series and we were still quite new to it. The Master was a very menacing character, and this brings it up to my next point. We have too many characters, too many plots to be tied up. Just to confirm what we have, we've got the Rani situation. Now, the Rani was quite big in Wishworld, but the Rani is a big Doctor Who character which has been built up for nearly 2 seasons when mrsflood started on the Church on Ruby Road. We want a big payoff of that. What's going to happen? I'm not going to speculate because I haven't got the brain power to do that, but we're expecting something good. You've now got Omega being mentioned, him looking very, very likely that Omega may come in. You've got potentially the Master, but that's obviously only a potential, but what I'm saying is, of all this sort of Time Lord lore and new Gallifrey as we saw in the trailer, a lot of this is on the Time Lords and the Doctor in his past. That's a lot to do in an hour, bearing in mind you've then got the side with Poppy. What's going on there? What's going on? Is Susan tied in with Poppy? Is she tied in with Belinda? Is she with the Doctor? Is anything of that linked? You've got the Conrad situation. You've got twists which you've got to put in. We now know that the Rani Omega's all there. Fantastic. Are we going to get any new characters? Which is always a potential in a Doctor Who series finale. Rogue is more unlikely, but he was still brought up, so that could obviously be revisited. You've also then got the potential of this being a regeneration story as well. There is a reasonably good chance that ncuti gatwa will regenerate, so you've got that to add on as well. What I'm saying is, and yes, the episode has obviously been extended by only about 15-20 minutes. There are a lot of things happening in this finale, which is fantastic. It leaves me with a huge worry. Normally when you've got a story, okay, you've got your important things, you've got your less important things. You obviously want to make sure that your important things are tied up the most. Everything I've just said is reasonably important. Yes, the Conrad thing, maybe not so much, but the thing with Poppy, the thing with the Rani, Omega, this new Gallifrey, which could all be linked either way. But this is high stakes Doctor Who again. We're bringing in the high stakes again, and I'm very, very worried that characters could be cut short if that's just from general screen time, which I already have issues with how much Belinda has been cut short throughout this whole entire series. But also, when we defeat a villain, you don't know how worried I am that Omega will come in the first 10 minutes, he'll do this, he'll do that, and then he'll be defeated by the end. You've also got the unit side of things, the rubysunday. We've not really seen the Doctor and Ruby and Belinda meet yet and interact. There's a lot of things to come. And I'm excited. All of these things that are going to be happening is very, very exciting. I'm just scared of how it's going to be wrapped up. Okay, if the Rani is defeated like that, And that may not be down to just poor writing of the character, that might just be generally not having enough time. So don't introduce that many things is what I'm trying to say. Yes, there is the potential that certain plot may not be resolved in this series. They may be put forward for another series, so we'll find out more in series 3 of this specific thing. Of course, that's always a potential. With Doctor Who's future being a little bit in the balance, we definitely know we're not getting any Doctor Who next year unless they've filmed a secret series. But this is big. This is a big finale for a multitude of reasons, and we need to make sure it's good, and we need to make sure the characters have a good ending. And I am excited. We've not seen a lot of trailers. We didn't see a lot in the original trailer that we got for this series. There's a lot of secrecy around this episode, and that's going to be fantastic. And I'm mainly nervous because of the ending of last series. But let me know your thoughts in the comments if you're new to the channel and you'd like to subscribe, and feel free, link in the description, to join the timey-wimey gang. Massive thank you to Paul and Meg who have joined the gang. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. If you want a shout out, if you want to get priority reply to comments, and just generally have a nice little badge next to your name and stickers for chats, then you can join the timey-wimey gang. Link in the description. But for now, I'll see you all very, very soon. Goodbye.